The lesson of the storm. In a large and busy city, there lived a man named Rohi. He was one of the richest men in the city. He owned a big business, many cars, and several houses. His main house looked like a palace. It had shiny floors, big glass windows, and 10 servants. He wore only branded clothes. He never used public transport. His cars were expensive, and he had drivers to take him everywhere. Roy was proud of his success. He believed money could solve all problems. He thought poor people were poor because they were lazy. He did not respect workers. He did not smile at waiters. He never said thank you to his driver or his maid. He believed he was better than everyone else at work. Roy was strict. He had a tall office building in the center of the city. Hundreds of people worked for him, but no one liked him. He was rude. He shouted at people for small mistakes. He never helped everyone. He always thought about profit and never about people. He believed kindness was weakness. He believed money made him powerful. One day the weather started to change. The sky became dark. The wind became strong. News channels warned about a big storm. People were told to stay indoors. Shops closed early. Roads were soon empty. Everyone was scared. That night, a triple storm came. The wind was fast and loud. The rain was heavy. It flooded the streets. Trees fell down. Electric wires broke. Lights went off. The mobile network stopped. Cars were stuck in the water. Houses were filled with water. People cried for help. Roy was in his house. At first, he thought it was just a normal storm. But soon, water came inside. The basement was flooded. Then the power went out. The servants panicked. They ran away to save their families. Roy tried to call someone, but there was no signal. He felt alone. He looked outside. Water was rising. His expensive cars were underwater. He took a small bag, wore a jacket, and stepped outside. The cold wind hit his face. The water was up to his knees. He walked slowly through the flood. His feet hurt. His clothes got wet. His phone fell in the water and stopped working. He kept walking. He saw people on the road. Some were sitting in the water. Some were crying. Some were crying babies. Rohi had never seen such pain. He had never seen the poor from so close. He now looked like them, wet, tired, and afraid. After working for hours, Roy found a school building. It was open for people who lost their homes. Many people were inside. It was crowded but safe. An old man gave Roy a towel. A little girl gave him some biscuits. A young boy gave him a blanket. No one knew he was a rich man. They helped him because he needed help. Roy sat in a corner. He was tired. He looked around. People were helping each other. A young man was cleaning the floor. A woman was giving food to children. A teenage boy was charging phones using a small solar charger. Even in such a hard time, people were kind. They had no money, but they had hearts full of love. He thought deeply. He remembered how he had lived his life. He had always ignored the poor. He never helped anyone. He only cared about money. But now, money could not help him. Only people could. For 3 days, the storm continued. The rain did not stop. The roads were still flooded. People in the school shared food. They shared space. They talked and told stories. They laughed even when they were in pain. Rohi slowly started to help. He carried water buckets. He cleaned the floor. He made tea. He talked kindly. For the first time, he was doing something without expecting anything in return. He felt different. He felt light. He felt human. On the fourth day, rescue teams arrived. The water started to go down. People slowly left the shelter and returned to their homes. Rohi also walked back. His house was dirty. His office was damaged. But he was calm. He did not feel angry. He felt thankful to be alive. Back in his office, Roy called a meeting. His staff expected him to be angry, but he surprised everyone. He stood up and said, I want to say sorry. I have been a bad boss. I shouted. I, I never thanked you. I forgot you are all human. I forgot I am human too. He gave paid leave to the workers who had lost their homes. He gave extra money to those who helped others during the storm. He started a free food program in poor areas. He opened a new department to support education for poor children. Every Sunday, he went to the shelter and served food with his own hands. People in the city were shocked. What changed, Rohi? They asked. One day, a journalist came to interview him. She asked, Sir, why did you change? Rohi looked out the window. He smiled and said, This storm destroyed my pride and gave me wisdom. I saw how rich and poor suffer the same way. I saw that money means nothing when nature strikes. In that shelter, I was not a rich man, I was just a man, a human. He continued, Humanity is a very humble situation. When you have nothing, you learn what matters. Kindness matters, love matters, people matters. His story spread everywhere. Newspaper wrote about him. People shared his quotes on social media. Humanity is a very humble situation becomes a famous line. Years passed. Rohi continued his new life. He was still rich, but now he was also loved. People respected him for his heart, not just his money. His company became known for being kind to workers. His foundation helped thousands of children go to school. One evening, Roy sat at the same shelter. A boy asked him, Sir, are you a rich man? Roy smiled and said, I am a man who learned to be human. Moral of the story: we all come from the same earth and go back to it. Money, power, and pride can disappear in one moment, but kindness, love, and humanity stay forever. No one is too rich to suffer, no one is too poor to help. When we understand that we are all human, we become humble, and that is where true strength begins. Humanity is a very humble situation.